Hey guys, it's David here. I am now going to do a short video and show you how easy and how simple it is to register using Banxa, because when you register using Banxa from almost anywhere in the world, you have multiple choices to buy your tokens to get into CoopInc, such as credit card, debit card, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and I'll show you the different payment methods in just a moment, because there's even more than that. Now, the first thing you want to do is you log into your dashboard and you go to CoopTokens. Now, you want to buy some tokens. All right, so now you have a choice. You can buy as many tokens as you want. You can buy one of each and start on all levels right from jump, which, by the way, is in your best interest because it'll help you to get to your financial goals faster. Or you can buy one or more tokens in any of these fields. So in this particular case, I'm going to highly recommend that you buy 4 CoopInc tokens. And the reason why you want to buy 4 Co-op 20 tokens is because 1's going to activate you, and 3 you're going to use to pay it forward. And folks, let me tell you, using the pay it forward approach in CoopInc will get you to your goals so fast it'll blow your mind. So in this particular case, like I said, and I've got another video that you're going to see on the pay it forward. So you're going to buy the 4 tokens, and we are going to use cryptocurrency. So there are things that you need to remember. You have to remember, because if you don't remember certain pieces, because like I said, it's simple but not easy. You have to remember certain things. So first thing is you're going to choose your cryptocurrency, right? Actually, you know what? Just before that, right now it says that there's $89.02. You might be saying to yourself, well, why is it $89? Well, for number one, there are third-party fees that we have zero control over. Number one is the co-op wallet fee is very, very inexpensive. It's only 1.5%. Where you get the bigger fees, and there's going to be another fee once we get into Banxa, is these network gas fees. These network gas fees are pretty much the same as bank fees when you do a transfer from one account to another account. They can be exorbitant. And in this particular case, using Ethereum, it's $7.82. But if you wanted to use something other than Ethereum, let's say you wanted to use Bitcoin, the gas fees are very, very expensive because there's a whole bunch of reasons, but so as you see, all of a sudden that $89 jumped all the way up to $162. And a lot of the time is that these network exchanges, they just don't want to exchange Bitcoin in such small amounts because it's so expensive. So let's go back to, you have over 150 different ways you can pay, but let's go back to Ethereum because almost every wallet on the planet has Ethereum. All right, so you want to remember this number. This is the most important number here. 0.03839. Write that number down. All right, write it down on your phone, in your chat in your phone. Write it down on a piece of paper. You need to remember that number. The other thing that you need to remember is that you are using Ethereum, right? If you go to Banxa and you say you want to use Bitcoin, but you're using an Ethereum wallet, that transaction is not going to happen. Now, the other thing that you need to do is you need to copy this wallet. In this particular case, I just did it like that, but you can also copy it here. All right, so those are the 3 things you need to remember. The 2 things you need to remember. The 3 things. 1, how much Ethereum you need to buy. 2, that you're using Ethereum. And 3, copy this wallet. Now we're going to go over here to Banxa. And let me go back here for a second just so we can keep an eye on those numbers. All right, now I'm going to go over here to Banxa. So in Banxa, because I'm in Canada, it says that I'm going to use, it thinks I want to buy using Canadian dollars. I don't. I want to use USD. All right, so I changed that to USD. So that's the first thing you need to remember. The other thing you want to remember is to change that, but don't change that. First thing you want to change is you want to change this to Ethereum. All right. So right now, you've got 1.38 for $100. You got 0.038, and if you look over here, you got 0.038. So it's going to cost you $100, not $89. It's going to cost you $100 to complete this transaction. This is another third-party fee. we have absolutely nothing to do with it and no control. And some third parties are actually even more expensive than this. Now, just before I click continue, I want to show you something. Watch this. So I'm going to scroll down here. You see it says global coverage, right? So you want to know if you can use your country. So here, I'm going to click on Canada at first. Now look at that, right? It says I can use Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay, e-transfer, and I'm not sure what this one is because I can't see it very well, but there's 6 different ways in which I can pay in from Canada. Now let me use the US. So I'm going to put in United States. All right, so I'm going to put in the United States, and you see if you use United States, again, it's got Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay, wire transfer. I can't see that well enough. I'm not sure what that is, but you've got multiple methods in the United States. Now let's try something else. Let's say the UK, all right, United Kingdom. There we go. So if you go to the United Kingdom, again, you've got a whole bunch of different ways, and some of these ways are super cool, like this SEPA, it's like a bank-to-bank transfer. It's almost instantaneous. It's the same. It's very much like our e-transfer. And again, you got Google Pay, Apple Pay. So going down here before you get started, see Nigeria, right? So going down here before you get started to see, whether or not Banxa makes sense, you see what type of payment methods you have. So you've got, again, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard. So those of you that are wondering if you can pay in using Visa, MasterCard, or using Google Pay or Apple Pay, here it is, folks. Using Banxa, you've got all of these different methods. So now I'm going to go back up here once again, all right? So I'm going to be paying in US dollars, and I've got the amount here. I got to make sure that amount, that 0.03840, and then I've got 0.038882, so it's a little higher, but it's better to be a little higher than to be a little lower. And for me, I'm not even going to take a chance. I'm going to make it 105, because if I make it 105, I know I'm going to not run into any other third-party fees that I'm not aware of, and this transaction is going to clear, because I want to make sure I get my 4 tokens and not 3 tokens. So the other thing is that whatever's left over, like let's say it only costs you $100, and you still got $5 left over. That $5 will end up in your co-op wallet. So it's still your money, and it'll be in your wallet. So now I'm going to click continue. Now I've already set up an account with Banxa, so it's going to be a little easier for me than it would be for you. So the first things you want to do is that, yes, I'm buying coins. Yes, this is the right amount. Yes, I'm using USD, and I'm getting the amount of Ethereum that I want. Now you've got to put that wallet address in there. That's the same wallet address that we had over here. Let me show you once again. Copy that wallet address. That wallet address, that goes right there. And you want to make sure that we're using the right blockchain. We are using the Ethereum blockchain. And because I'm using US cash instead of Canadian dollars, if I was using Canadian dollars, I would have more options than just Visa. But because I'm using US dollars, a couple of those other options have been taken away from me. But watch this, if I change this to Canadian dollars, all right? And when you change it to Canadian dollars, you got to change this again, right? So I'm going to change this back to 0.40 to make sure I got the right amount of Ethereum. You see, when I use Canadian dollars, now I got e-transfer. And by the way, if you're in Canada using e-transfer, it is the easiest thing you can possibly use. It's so simple to use e-transfer. It's way easier than credit card. And some of you other folks in other countries, you might have something similar to e-transfer in your home country. So again, this is the most important piece. The address needs to be the same, and that you're using ERC20 and ETH. Now I'm going to create my order. Now once I create the order, it's going to ask me a couple of things, right? Number one, I've already verified my email address, so I don't need to do that because I've already done it. Let's verify your details. verify that. You gotta click, yes, I've read the terms and conditions. If you want to get, some emails from them to keep up to date on what's going on with Banxa, you can click that. I've already got it, so I don't need to do it. Now I'm going to submit my verification. Now there's a couple of things that it does. It sent an email to me so I can put the 4 digits in there. I'm going to get the email, I put the 4 digits in there, and then it's going to ask me to identify my account. Now remember, folks, it's going to ask you to identify your account as well. You might have to take a picture holding your driver's license. You might have to upload it to the account. Whatever it is, go ahead and do it, because you need to do it when you go to a bank. You need to do it when you set up a PayPal account if you want to withdraw funds. You need to do it with almost every financial institution. They want to know their client because they are essentially lending you money. So they want to know who they're lending the money to. So on the next page, after you put those, verify your email address in there, it's going to ask you for your ID. Put it in there. Once you have verified your ID, which it'll only take a few minutes, folks, so don't be stressed out by it. Once you verify your ID, then it's going to ask you to make your payment, which is going to be your Visa or your MasterCard, or in this particular case, I can use my e-transfer. So there's a whole bunch of different things you can use. That's how easy it is to use Banxa, and you can use credit card, debit card, Google Pay, Apple Pay, all kinds of wonderful methods to get in. And remember, once you get in, then you're within the Co-op ecosystem. You're using the Co-op wallet. Future tokens you can buy within your Co-op wallet. You want to send funds to your friends so that they can get started. You can do that within your Co-op wallet. You can buy tokens. You can do all kinds of wonderful things. So with that being said, folks, I am going to welcome you in advance. This is David T. Rosen. Let's get busy with it.